I think, you know, with motor racing, you push yourself to your limit, but you must remember not to push yourself over what you're capable of, and that's when people have accidents. And I'm slowly learning, and Bahrain was a great learning curve because you're actually racing. You know, it's a proper race with a big audience, you know, watching you, and it made me very, very nervous, much more nervous than a Quo concert, you know, because it's unknown territory for me. But we survived, and we came in the top 10, so we were happy. I think the whole thing is a little bit rock and roll, you know, kind of rock music, volume, driving a car at high speed. It's all a little bit living life on the edge a little bit, you know, which I've always loved doing. And I have to say, I mean, I've calmed down a bit lately, and that is precisely why I'm able and capable of driving on the track, because I don't drink nearly as much as I used to anymore, and I just drink sociably now. And I mean, a couple of years ago I wouldn't have been able to do this, because I was up at 5 o'clock this morning and I was out with friends last night, and normally from last night I would have been, oh my God, I can't get up, and I especially can't drive a car. So I've cleaned my lifestyle up, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. You see more, you feel happier, and you're able to do more. And the rock and roll lifestyle is fun for, you know, it's been fun for a lot of years, and I've been there, got the t-shirt, and it was great fun. But it's now time to live properly and enjoy life a bit more.
At 57 years of age, Rick Parfitt is just as comfortable on the track as he is on stage. And you can hardly notice his recent health problems that forbid him to run. In any case, his personal instructor is formal. The rocker is a pro, and he gets better every time he goes out on the track. Of course, it's impossible not to take notice when he passes by. Those who were on hand at Silverstone on this day left with a nice souvenir. Some days earlier, Status Quo had the honor of headlining a rock concert during the weekend of the British Grand Prix at this very same Silverstone circuit.
It's great. I mean, because you come in and you see the British Grand Prix, and you get good seats, and you get to go actually on the grid just 5 minutes before the cars take off, you know, and all that for me is you know, childhood dreams are made of that, actually being on the grid. And then to do a gig afterwards, it's fantastic. All the people are, you know, up for it, and they've all had a few drinks, and it was a lovely sunny day, and it's just a great thing to do. And I would really like to kind of promote it as the F1 festival, because the more, you know, it's seen like that, where people don't have to go and get in their cars and sit in the traffic, you know, they can watch a great motor race, and then they can come and see us.
And we'll
enjoy that too, you know.
Is Damon Hill a great guitarist?
Well, he's a guitarist, and I know he won't mind me saying that. I think Damon, like, I'm quite a frustrated driver. I think Damon's a frustrated guitar player, but you never know. You know, we could put something together sometime, and maybe do a bit of rocking together. I wouldn't fancy getting on the track with him, but it'd be good to play guitar with him.
Eddie Jordan.
Mad. Say no more. Nutter. He came up on stage with us, and he was wild, and I think he is generally quite wild. Very nice chap, but quite wild, quite mad.
And who is your...
No, he won't mind me saying that, Eddie, please.
Who is your favorite driver of all time?
I probably think Ayrton Senna. I mean, he, to me, was probably, of the recent age of motor racing, I think he was probably the best I'd ever seen. And I know quite a lot of people would agree with me, and he was such a hero, and set standards, I think, for today's drivers. You know, he pushed the barriers, and unfortunately, I mean, I guess it wasn't his fault necessarily, but you know, that's motor racing. It's we all know it's dangerous, and Ayrton, rest his soul. But because of the accident, I think, you know, motor racing learnt a lot more about itself, and modernising the cars and the cockpits and stuff like that. And it took something like that to move it on again. But rest his soul, he was probably the greatest driver I've ever seen.